In the chronology of history, there have been men who have shaped the course of human destiny. Men of power, of conviction, and of faith. They have walked among kings and queens, emperors and empires, leaving an indelible mark on the world. They are the popes, the spiritual leaders of the Catholic Church, and their stories are ones of intrigue, of drama, and of unwavering dedication to their faith. With the election of Pope Leo XIV to the office of St. Peter, the first pope, we will be looking at interesting facts about all Pope Leos to try to get a picture of the kind of leader we expect our new pope to be. Let's begin our journey. Pope Leo I was the successor to Pope Sixtus III. He was elected pope on the 29th September 440 AD. With a papacy of more than 21 years, his reign remains one of the longest in Catholic history. Amongst other things, Pope Leo I helped create and establish the idea of the hypostatic union. This is a belief within the Church that claims Jesus Christ was a human man, but also a divine individual. This was contrary to the prevalent belief in his time, which held that Christ, due to his divine nature, was 100% God and 0% man. And just like Pope Leo I, Pope Leo II was also popular for condemning the heresy that surrounded monothelitism, the idea that Jesus Christ possessed two natures, yet only a single will. His papacy began on August 17, 682 AD, and sadly, ran for just 11 months. He died of old age at 72. But the same can't be said for Leo III, who led the Church for 21 years, from AD 795 to AD 816. An interesting fact about him, though, was that he was responsible for the crowning of Charlemagne as the Holy Roman Emperor, a decision that stirred up many and caused a division between the East and the West, since Charlemagne was a rival to the Eastern emperors. This contributed to the split between the Catholic and Orthodox churches centuries later. Leo IV, though, has been immortalized for his work building the Leonine Wall that surrounds Vatican Hill, and for repairing the substantial damage to churches in Rome caused by Arab attacks on the city. He fortified Rome to safeguard it in the event of upcoming attacks that were seen as inevitable and impending. But in stark contrast, Leo V served as pope in a time when the pontiff held very little political authority. The only act of his brief 2-month-long papacy that survives to today's time is that Pope Leo V issued a special papal bull. He declared that the Bologna canons were exempted from their required taxes. Unfortunately, nothing more is known of his time in the papacy. Leo was deposed and then thrown into prison while in office by Cardinal Priest Christopher. And like him, Leo VI held the pontiff position for slightly over 7 months, from June of 928 AD, until he died in office in February of the next year. Despite this short time in the office of the Holy See, he did manage to carry out a number of acts, like finishing the work of his predecessor, Pope John X, who had been carrying out an investigation of the ecclesiastical affairs of the province of Dalmatia. But unlike him, Leo VII was known for the tragic decision to permit the expulsion of the Jews from their homes in German cities and lands. His reign was a short one, lasting for 3 years. Leo VIII, though, was a much more perplexed figure. He reigned twice, first as an anti-pope to both John XII and Benedict V, then legitimately from June 23, 964 AD until his death. He served for about 2 years in the papal office during a chaotic period in the Catholic Church. But unlike him, Leo IX has received near-universal recognition for being the most important German pontiff from the Middle Ages. He is popular for his fight against the selling and buying of church offices, marriage among the clergy, and secular ruler appointments of church offices. He was also able to radically change the papacy from being a more localized Italian organization into an international power broker. Leo X, though, reigned during the time of the Protestant Reformation. In his time, the Christian faith was divided into different factions based on doctrinal differences. Pope Leo X is best known for his lavish spending habits. His extravagant lifestyle and excessive expenditures on art, culture, and personal luxuries drained the papal treasury. To finance his projects and lifestyle, he expanded the sale of indulgences which were to serve as a remission of the punishment of sin. This partly triggered the Protestant Reformation conflict with Martin Luther. Leo XI, though, was not as fortunate in his reign. He took the name Leo in honor of his uncle, Leo X, but tragically, he died the same month he was elected, serving only 26 days. Leo XII served in the aftermath of the Napoleonic Wars. a time when the Catholic Church sought to reaffirm its authority and influence amidst the rise of secularism and liberalism. His efforts went towards restoring traditional Catholic values. Among his many draconian punishments, he decreed that any dressmaker who sold indecent, revealing attire was to be automatically excommunicated. An interesting fact about Leo XIII, though, is that he is recorded as the oldest living pope, aged 93. He is remembered for his efforts to reconcile Catholic Church teaching with modern ideas. He is notable for making the Vatican's secret archives available to qualified researchers. He also maintained foreign relations and positively engaged the long-estranged Eastern Orthodox churches in a number of their core countries. Much has already been covered about Pope Leo XIV's life prior to his election, but there are two things I find funny. 1. He was born on September 14th and he chose the name Pope Leo XIV. And 2. September 14th in sidereal astrology falls under the zodiac sign Leo, and he chose the name Pope Leo. Coincidence? You tell me. But in all, we wish him well and pray the Spirit of God guide him in his duties to the Christian faith. If you enjoyed this, leave a like.